Hey y'all, welcome to 2019 with me, yes! So the very beginning is going to be a little bit slower than the rest of the clips. It's going to speed up a little bit. I just want to show y'all how I get started, which of course is by moisturizing these lips. Yes, I'm just jumping right in because this is my first video and I'm excited. And I just want to show y'all what my steps and my process is. So after I moisturize, the next step that I'm going to have is to wet my beauty blenders. Everybody doesn't have to do this. You don't have to do this. This is just something that I picked up from other bloggers that I watch, and I enjoy it. So to pick things up, I'm going to go in and I'm going to prime my face with my favorite primer right now, which is from ColourPop, the All-Star Collection, the Blur Primer. Keeps me very matte. I do appreciate because I have very oily skin. So if you have oily skin, such as myself, invest in this. It's very good and it's worth every penny. After that, I got this little trick from Jackie Aina that she got from somebody who got from somebody, is to set my face with my setting powder, which is also from ColourPop, Banana Setting Powder, after you prime. It's supposed to help mattify. I'm using every trick that I can find to mattify. Now, they said to set the points on your face that are most oily, y'all. My whole face is oily. My cheeks, my nose, my forehead, everything is oily. So I'm going to make myself very nice and casket sharp. If you have oily skin, such as just like myself, I would recommend setting the whole face. Just set the whole face. Casper don't got nothing on you. Now to get started, I'm going to go ahead with this flat angle brush and my Crayon Case Dip Brow Eyebrow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. Now, some people take a pencil to line their brows, and I don't, I guess fill them in after. I don't, knock anyone who does. It's just, I have to draw on the majority of my eyebrows, so I go in with straight pomade. Now to clean it up, I'm going to go in with this flat concealer brush is what I'm using it for, and I'm going to go in with the Conceal Me palette from the Crayon Case in 02. There's two shades of palette, 02 and 03. 03 is for darker shades. Now, this is what I'm going to use to crispen, sharpen, my weapons, which are my brows. Now, I did find, but probably because I've been using it for so long, that I prefer a cream concealer. And on the inside of my lid, because that's where I do my eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with a lighter concealer. On the outside of my lid, I'm going to do something that's more skin tone, that matches my skin tone a lot better. I don't like that bright line that you get when you do your concealer because it's too bright. You know what I mean? So I go ahead and I line it up, arch it out with something that's a lot more close to my skin tone. So when I blend it out, you don't have that like white line around your brows that sometimes people can have. It doesn't look that terrible. It's just not for me. So now that I'm all cleaned up, sharp and crisp, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out, blur it out, whatever you want to call it, with a spoolie, just so that I get that fade into a brow so that it's not very boxy and straight and liney. I don't like that. I don't like having those lines, you know what I mean? So my next step, which everyone does not have to do, is to just take a little bit of eyebrow gel and kind of mold my eyebrows to stay in the place that they are in. If you don't have the gel, you can use a mascara. Black or dark brown is what I would recommend, or something that matches your brow color. But I have this eyebrow gel from BH Cosmetics from years ago. If you don't have eyebrow gel, it's no big deal. I really only used it for this video. I mean, I haven't used it in years, but if I'm gonna do a video, show out, girl. So now that I have that all together, it's time for my favorite part. It's eyeshadow time. So I have to start off by cleaning my brushes. Now, if I would have actually cleaned them before this video, I wouldn't have to do this next step, but I didn't. So I'm gonna use my brush cleaner from the Crayon Case, and it's really just a little sponge, and you take it, you wipe things off. It's not to actually sanitize your brushes. It's just to clean them. So getting started on the lid, this new wave that I'm on right now is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I use Porcelain, which was the first shade that I showed you, on the actual lid, and I use this shade that I'm about to put up top, Cool Tan or Warm Honey. I use something that's closer to my skin complexion. Now, you don't have to do this. You do not have to do this. I repeat, you do not have to do this. As I was saying about the brows, I don't like that bright line when you're doing a shadow, how, if you don't take it all the way up, there's that very bright color at the top part of your lid, and I don't particularly care for it. Maybe as I continue and I grow, maybe I'll get used to it. For now, my skin tone ain't porcelain. So, you know, if my skin tone is cool tan, warm honey, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to use the warm honey, the cool tan. And I basically use both of them and I blend the porcelain up. Now, what I'm learning is, of course, I'm defeating the purpose by blending the porcelain up. So I think what I'm going to do is, in this video, I blend the porcelain up with my brush from Real Techniques. It is a deluxe crease brush. And I blend it up a little bit. Now, you can still see that it gets a little bit brighter, but you can still see the warm honey and the cool tan in it. So it did its job. So this was my Christmas look. So when I jump into this, it is reds, greens, golds, you know, very Christmassy. First thing I'm going to do is go in with the Crayon Case Box of Crayons palette in the shade red. All of the colors are matched after the actual crayons. So if this is the shade red, nothing too fancy. Now, I originally went in with this blending brush and started packing the color on. As you can see, good color payoff. That's why I'm on this LA Girl Pro Conceal wave. But I went in with this small, I think it's called a small crease brush from the Crayon Case 7-piece pencil set. It helps me, I feel like, pack on color. Don't mind my hair, y'all. I'm being a natural girl, and this was, you know, on an off day. You know, these twist outs don't last forever. Don't judge. So as you can see, I went ahead and packed as much color as possible on this lid. Now, it looks crazy right now, but give me a minute. Hold on. Wait. Now I'm going to go back in with that blending brush, and I'm going to blend it out. The reason that I pack on so much color is when you blend this out, you're going to lose some of that color payoff. But if you pack enough of that on there, and you can go back and repack and repack and repack if you like, if you want a very bright, vivid red, you will get the color that you desire. I noticed once I blend it out, it's still very red, but you know, it's not as vivid and bright as it was initially. Throughout points in this video, I do go back and pack on the red. Just a personal preference. And of course, you have to do this to the other eye. I tried to do that cute little hand thing. It didn't work, you know, that's okay. Now I'm gonna go on with this, I don't know what the name of the brush is. I think it's a Y22 or a Y23 from the Morphe Gilded, 901 Gilded set. And I'm going in with a black to deepen my crease. Now, I honestly didn't need to do a black. I could have used brown and gotten the same depth that I was looking for without it being so dark. Or I could have used black and used a lot less of the black. But my channel is about me growing. I am not a professional. I watch these beauty bloggers. They inspire me. Makeup is very therapeutic for me. So this is something that I'm going to be practicing. And the purpose of my channel and the purpose of my Instagram and the purpose of my Facebook is just so people can watch me grow and talk with me and get to know me, and I can get to know y'all. I want to support Black businesses. I want to support Black bloggers. I want to support Black makeup artists. I want to support my people. So, you know, this is just to give people some insight and some looks into moi. I'm no professional. I'm a makeup enthusiast, if not anything. I am not a makeup artist. I don't want to beat people's faces. Maybe eventually. But for now, this is all for fun. So, of course, I repeated the step to the same eye. I know it looks crazy, but I was doing a cut crease. So you got to give me a minute. Let it come together. Let it marinate, okay? Flat angle brush. Gonna go in with the porcelain, cut that crease as I did, and now I'm going in with the gold. Now, I will say, this was my first time using the gold from the Crayon Case palette. I was in love. This gold, honey, this gold, this was Egyptian gold, baby. This wasn't regular gold, this was Egyptian gold. So then what I ended up doing was taking a little bit of the black and red, blending it together and blending on the outside of my crease because I wanted to, on the outside of my cut crease, because I wanted to merge. I wanted to blend very well. I'm practicing on my blending. I love a good blend. I don't like harsh lines. I don't like for you to be able to just see where the gold stops. You know, blend it in, baby. So that's all I'm going to continue doing. I'm practicing on my blend game. You know, I'm trying to get that blend game strong. So I've been practicing, and this is what you're just seeing me do. Blend, 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 bliggity blend, blend, blend. If that makes sense. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm very weird when I go live, and I don't see it changing when I do my videos, so bear with me. If you like my weirdness, I love you. There's gonna be a lot of it. So at this point, I'm still doing the same thing. This part took a very long time because I wouldn't say a perfectionist, but this look I cared a lot about. So I wanted to make sure I nailed it to the best of my abilities. And after you're satisfied with your blend, rinse and repeat. Boom, that's the rinse and repeat, baby. So now after you do that, I'm gonna go in and give myself a wing. I don't feel complete without a wing liner, okay? That's just me. Now I wouldn't normally use my LA Girl Pro Conceal because I noticed that it is a very strong, thick color payoff. I was using Tarte, but you know, they're X'd for 2019. You know, when they start giving more shades for my other sisters, like I could use Tarte. But I told a story on my live where I went into Sephora with one of my friends who's much more chocolate in skin tone, and she was saddened by not being able to find her shade. So, you know, if my sis can't shop there, why should I? So I'm going to go in with my favorite foundations, which right now is the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. The Fit Me was cool. It wasn't, you know, my favorite. It was alright. But I blended the two together. The ColourPop is very light. I feel like I need to go one shade darker in ColourPop. And the Fit Me matches my chest and the rest of my face. But it's very dark, darling. So I blended out the two with the Expert Face Brush. Not that you could, I don't know why I tried to do this cute little YouTube shit. You see that? Me trying to show. Girl, you ain't got the right light, sis. Set on, sis. Ugh. Might me see it, girl. Anyway, go ahead and blend that out. Buff it, mix it, bop it, twist it all over your face. And it did start to get very hard around the brows. You see that light color with concealers and everything. It did get very hard to start blending things out, especially after I did my wing, for me to get close enough to my brow where I wanted it. So I went back in with that flat foundation brush with a little bit of Fit Me on it, and I shaped up around my brows. You see how they're lighter? Just a smidge, just a teensy-weensy. It's a teensy-weensy lighter than the rest of my face, so I went in with the Fit Me to go ahead and clean it up. So after you do that, I did just a smidge more blending with the Expert Face Brush. And now onto one of my favorite parts, which is contouring and highlighting, darling. So I have these two concealers from ColourPop. This one is, I want to say, medium 38, medium dark 38. Whatever it is, the number is 38. And the one that I use to contour is 56, dark 56. Deep dark 56. Not sure. But I know the number is 56. Now, I used to talk shit on this because I used to be like, oh my God, like, I'm a big girl and I want people to think my face is skinny. Oh my God, I'll never highlight, I'll never contour. It's my favorite part. Like, I like to be snatched, baby. When I see that jawline that I accentuate, baby, okay, my contour and my highlights are very serious to me. I want to be sharp enough to cut a bitch if I turn my face 32 degrees to the left. Not the left, the left, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and blend out the highlighting parts, which are the lighter portions, with my beauty sponge from the Crown Case. And then I'll go in and use the Expert Face Brush, any foundation or face brush, to blend out the dark part of my contour. I learned that I need to blend it up, and I need to be very strategic about how I blend it up and make sure I don't go above where I did that sharp cut. Because you want it to be sharp. Samurai sword, sharp. Okay? This is just me. Maybe you want it soft. Maybe you want it cute and dainty. I don't. I want to be able to cut a bitch if I smile or sneeze. If my cheek lifts up, I want a bitch to feel that in her soul. That's just me. Contour, baby, contour. So, this is me just putting on my final touches. Do I really need to do all this blending and beauty sponge? No, I don't. But this is just me kind of finishing up. And that was me feeling myself. So now I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I'm going to set under my eyes. I'm going to set in my T-zone. I think that's what they call it. Which is my nose, around my nose. Definitely that little crevice between my nose and my cheek. Have to set that very well. It gets very oily. It's one of the most oily places on my face. Also above in between my brows, my forehead area. And of course underneath my contour. You want that part underneath your contour It gives you that depth in color, that depth in darkness that you're really looking for to give you that sharp look. It's beautiful. Jackie Aina has taught me well. Monica Style Muse has taught me well. Makeup Shayla has taught me well. Yuki has taught me very well. I've learned from Supa. I have learned from Ayana. Ayana is the queen of contour, baby. I'm trying to get on her level. So this is just my way, me starting out, getting to know me, getting to know all about me. Watching my contour, watching my setting powder too. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. It's too late, I did it. So after I get that, listen baby, I be trying to snatch that nose, okay? The nose has to be snatched. So now my next step is gonna be to let it bake a little bit and put on my lashes. Now I know some people don't like to bake too long, but I do, girl. I'm a chef, I like to cook, so bake it up. Going with my Ardell Wispies and a magnifying mirror to go ahead and put them on. I used to be scared to put on lashes. As you can see, I'm a pro. I'm a priggity pro. Not a pro, a priggity pro. So one of the tips that I learned from Supa, which Supa learned from somebody else, who probably learned from somebody else, is when brushing off my setting powder to use my face powder to brush off those areas to avoid as much flashback as you would normally get. Now, I told you this is my Christmas look. I'm not done. So, I'm gonna go in and make this real Christmassy. What's Christmas without a Christmas tree? What color is a Christmas tree? It's green. All right? We got our ornaments on our eyelids. We need our tree underneath. So I went ahead and used the green from the crayon case, box of crayons, and a little bit of black to make it not so bright, which I ended up going back over it with the green alone. So just do green, ignore the black. I don't know what my obsession is with black. It's not from melanin. Sorry, sidetracked. So I went in, put the green underneath, and then I took the white from the crayon case, and it was beautiful for my inner corner. Now, I don't know exactly how everyone likes to do their inner corner. I don't know how vibrant you like it to be. I don't know how blended you like it to be. I just like it to give me a nice pop of color. What I'm gonna go and do now is put on my mascara to just blend my regular lashes in with my falsies just a little bit better. Now this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part. It's highlight time. It's highlight time. It's highlight time. It's highlight time. Went in with the Crayon Case Honor Roll Highlighter, which I cannot wait. She is releasing more shades. It's this year in the Honor Roll Highlighter. It is my most pigmented, it's next to Fenty. I cannot say it is above Fenty. It is next to Fenty as my most pigmented highlighter that I have. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to put it on my cheeks, I want to glisten like the sun and the stars. I don't think the stars really glisten. I think this is really the sun, but you know what I meant? I want to shine bright like a diamond. That would have been a better reference for Fenty, but you get it. You know what I'm talking about. I also do the upper lip. I do the nose. And I like to, just shine as bright as I can. Let your talent show, Already won first place. Fuck a talent show. That's one of my bars. That's one of my bars. Anyway, I'm also going to take this it's a thick fan brush to go ahead and do my brow highlight. I don't do brow highlights often. Sometimes you will notice that I don't do it. This is my happy dance, y'all. I get excited when I buy new stuff. This was the NYX Sugar Trip Lippy Vault. It came with 18 shades of little miniature lipsticks, and it also came with matching lip pencils with each one. I went in with this coffee brown tan color, and I also went in with this red. Now, in my pictures, it was a little bit darker. The reason being is because I still used that red lip, but I used a different liner, which was from the Crayon Case in the shade Coffee or Bear. I think it was Bear. Now I'm going in with my favorite setting spray, y'all. Favorite setting spray. ColourPop All-Star Mattifying Setting Spray. And you pretty much done, girl. Just bask in the ambience. Peace!